Welcome, we're the expert network team. We were looking at the problem of getting buddy companies together to solve problems within exporting. So small SMEs can actually talk to other SMEs who may have a solution that they need. The system we came up with was basically a demand-driven expert network where what you would do is have several companies, or a lot of companies, registered on the network with what their expertise is and any questions they have. But one company would come in our case, it's a company that wants to ship cheese to Shanghai urgently. By air freight as well. They would come in, register on the network, put their expertise in on the profile and come up with a question. The question that would then be fed in, be passed out to all the other people on the network who, through the computer, match those requirements. So i.e. they're good with transporting food, transporting to Shanghai and doing things urgently by air freight. That would go through and one of them would answer. The answer would be returned along with an opportunity for them to contact that person to get more information. But along with that is a link to UKTI, who are overseeing it, would see this. They might be able to go, oh yes, there's this company here, I know they're not linked in on the system, but they will have the answer, they're perfect, they can help this company. So they would then be able to feed straight to the questioner and say, yes, we've got an answer for you as well. The main use for this would basically be for small SMEs and some of the larger SMEs who don't have the experts within their groups, who can then contact others who had the problem and will be able to solve it. As has been said in this room, there aren't many problems that there isn't somebody here who already has an answer. This is a way of doing it, an expert computer dating system. Okay. Any questions?
Okay, our team is the Team GB, and we came up with this amazing and fantastic export box. So the idea is quite similar of the one that the previous team presented. So really kind of having something, it's more simple. Instead of having 5 boxes, we have only one. Everything has to fit in one single place, and to make sure that it makes the life of exporting to the people kind of easy. Okay. Let's see, the good thing is that the writing is very big, so I don't need 2 classes for that, but I will get a little bit lost on that. It is really an online social platform to export market research. Research was our main topic, and really what we want to do is kind of to all the pain factors that have been put in the table and this morning, kind of put in with quick solutions and that immediately people can get access to. So it comes from law and customs, from experience and how to reach your audience, to people that have already lived this experience and that are really happy to mentor it and to share it with other people. Okay, so basically it is a peer-to-peer solution, but it will have a kind of the UKTI behind, giving support to it in order to be able kind of to make it quicker. It will be kind of the peer-to-peer that will be working on it. So what are the support that is mainly needed for that? It is a very basic website. It is already designed, so really kind of very simple, making sure that people can know about the location they want to go, what is available there, what are the laws, customs, events, how to reach the audience, the cultural differences, and the experiences from other people that they can then directly contact. So what would be needed in order to run that, apart of having kind of the support from the government digital service? Ideally, it would be also kind of all the people that want to export or that are already exporting and have kind of experiences from that, to be gathering together, having some ambassadors that are from outside of UKTI that can also kind of be part of the event, and also kind of looking for different sponsorships and partnerships for it. The cost shouldn't be very high. We haven't done the whole estimate for that, but really kind of having people participating and working together to make it happen will be much more successful. And basically, I think that's all. The design is quite basic, but can be simple things are usually more successful. So that's what we were trying to do. Yeah.
Guess what task we had? Designing a database so you can get access to really specialist knowledge overseas. And this is it. It's called Google is Great, as we're sitting in the Google warehouse. And it's supported by PwC, DLA, Taylor & Townsend, Atkins, Rolls-Royce, GSK and others who might populate it fairly quickly. So first thing, you enter your website, you enter your details about your business. So that's all being done. Then you find out, you put in the kind of expertise you're looking for. So this guy is a food and drink company. They're looking to sell gluten-free food into Brazil, in fact in Belo Horizonte. And they're looking for kind of real market knowledge. And UKTI would oversee this unless you didn't want them to. So you'd have to tick to get out of it. You fill in the list, you get a list. And the list is prioritised by how good they speak English, how well they speak English. That was an intentional check. And UKTI will approve people. So if you've got someone like Rolls-Royce or Atkins or something, will assume that they're competent at their job. But if it was any person putting their name on, you'd want to know that they were good at their job. So whether or not they were approved by UKTI. And then there's a third level of approval, which is, as they've been used, you give them star ratings from 1 to 5. And it also tells the number of people who've used these projects. And then you select and schedule online interviews. So we select 3, you get a full detailed breakdown of the 3 people you looked at, select 2 for an interview. So we've selected Jose Smith, who's based in Belo Horizonte and is a food and drink expert. And this is Jose. So I'm going to interview him.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias. No, it's Brazilian. Okay, bom dia. Yeah.
Bom dia.
And so you decide to pick Jose, you have a contract review page, and you ask questions. There's a standard contract that you can fill in. Do you want to use the standard non-disclosure agreement? Do you want to use UKTI to manage the relationship? Because you could, because they're quite a long way away. Use them to do that. Do you want to use our payment system online? You then fill out the key deliverables and the timescales and key dates. And once it's complete, there's obviously a page so you can fill in for whether they completed the brief on time, with timescales met, would you recommend them to others, any other comments, and then critically comments on how the system works. Because the thing is, how do you fill it up? And that's why we thought you could go to all these big global professional firms or big retail companies and say, you have teams overseas, can you put your teams on? So you already have a database when you start out that has lots of experts on, and obviously UKTI have lots of contacts. So that's it, there we are. Thank you.
Hi, This is going to be short and sweet because a lot of what we were going to cover has already been covered by the other presentations. Our focus was on how to support high growth businesses, and we wanted to take a similar approach in terms of looking at both sides of the opportunity from UK companies looking to export and the people overseas looking to UK companies that they wanted to work with in a partnership. And I'm grateful to Holly, because Holly gave us the name for our portal, which we call the UKTI portal, and it's the virtual trade fair. So if you think about it, when you go to a trade fair as an exhibitor, you're paying for stand space because you're looking for people to come to you because you've got something to offer them. And we wanted to take a similar approach to what's already been talked about. So again, the mechanism very, very similar. As a UK business, you would sign up for the portal. Now, from our perspective, we think that UK businesses, as with passport to export and also attending trade fairs, that there should be a fee for UK businesses to sign up for this, because it is a commitment and there will be a cost to UKTI to build the system, support and maintain the system. But for businesses overseas looking for UK customers to work with, it will be free for them to sign up. The key challenge for this system, I think for some of the other systems, is how will those foreign businesses find the UKTI portal and what will incentivise them to want to sign up for it. And I think that will be important in terms of the marketing strategy for such a portal. But the idea of creating a virtual trade fair via a portal, taking the best of what's already been spoken to, is basically what we were talking about in our presentation, in our work. So this is our attempt at Mark's structure. So a similar sort of thing, people will sign up. One thing we would be keen to do is to ensure the legitimacy of the businesses both in the UK and overseas. So if anyone's ever done anything on Kickstarter, one of the things Kickstarter is very keen for is to make sure that there's no money laundering going on. So when you sign up, you have to prove who you are, your credit checked, your business is checked to make sure that you are legitimate. And I think on both sides, both for the UK and for overseas, there has to be a mechanism to ensure that both parties are legitimate in terms of trading with one another. Because I'm sure we've all been on LinkedIn, we've all found people in overseas, but we really don't know anything about them. And where I sometimes struggle is actually credit checking people and also just getting hold of business accounts to make sure that they are legitimate businesses. And we feel like that should be part of the mechanism to putting the portal together. But in terms of how it was going to operate, it's very, very similar to what was presented earlier. That's it.